guys, it's Megan. So today I am going to do a video on the thoughts on stuff I am decluttering. So these are the things that I decided after my Shop My Stash declutter videos that I am going to part with. Some of these I am going to list on my blog sale, so please check the link down below for my blog sale and for all of the things that I am selling on that I'm going to show in this video. But then a lot of these things I am decluttering to my sister or my mom or my friends, and quite a few of them actually I am throwing out because they're too old. So I'm going to start with the ones that I am putting on my blog sale. So you guys know how much I love my Becca Moonstone Shimmering Skin Perfector. I love this. It is the most... oh, it is so gorgeous for a highlighter. And I think it is very natural on my yellow toned fair skin. But I also have the Champagne Pop, which is the Jaclyn Hill collaboration, and Pearl, which I bought last summer because I have been dying to try Pearl and I thought it would be perfect for my fair skin. This one, Pearl, is too light on my skin. This Champagne Pop one can work, but I don't love it as much as I love Moonstone. So let me show them to you, all three of them, so you can see. And my friend Faith was like, it's like Goldilocks. Too light, too dark, and just right. So I am only keeping Moonstone, and I am selling both of these other highlighters, which have only been used like a handful of times, and I just think someone else will get much better use out of them than me, who is already in love with this one and a few other highlighters. So that is why I am parting with that. I decided to sell my Ardency Inn Eyeshadow in Royal, which is a beautiful purple eyeshadow, but I never use it. It's not exactly the color I thought it would be. I thought it would be more blue based with a purple undertone, so I thought it would be like a blurple, but this is very much purple. So it is a gorgeous eyeshadow, but I hardly reach for it, and I just never really wear this color, so I'm going to be selling that as well. These Beauty Blender Micro Minis, so I have a set that I'm going to wash and my sister wants to try them, but these we had as well. We had bought 2 of the Graveyard Girl BeautyCon boxes, so these are brand new, never used. I just find these to be way too small for under my eyes. It's hard for me to hold them, and I don't know, I just don't love them so much. So I'm going to be selling our fresh ones that were never touched or opened. This is really sad to me. I decided that I am going to let go of the beautiful Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadows. So I have 4 of them. I have In the Spotlight, which is a really pretty peachy color. Houdini, which is my favorite. It's like a green. Oh my god, it is so beautiful. Center Stage is like a blue purple, which is similar to the color that I wanted Royal to be, but I'll tell you why I'm getting rid of these. And then this is so gorgeous, Flamethrower. Oh my god, it's stunning. But for me, these eyeshadows crease so easily, and it's just not worth it, honestly. They're like too creamy, and they're so silicone based that they're very pigmented, very gorgeous, but they just don't last on my eyes. They crease super bad, and it's weird, they like all the pigment stays, but it gets all stuck in my crease. So if I went and like blended, it looks great, but I don't want to have to worry about that. So I am selling those 4 eyeshadows. Okay, this I was very conflicted about, but I decided that I'm going to part with Chanel Jersey. The reason I am going to get rid of it is because I got it when I couldn't get my hands on Chanel Accent, which was what I really wanted, and I heard that Chanel Jersey was similar and it did the same effect, but it was permanent, so I could get this. So I bought that. But then I was able to get Chanel Accent from a blog sale. So I don't know if you can tell with them side by side, but they are so unbelievably close. It's insane. Jersey is a little bit lighter and a little more warm tone, and Accent, which is what I prefer, is a little cooler. It has a little more like brown rosiness as opposed to like orange. So I just think it suits my skin tone better, and I reach for Accent way more than I do for Jersey. So I am going to part with this from my collection. I showed you guys this NYX Terra Cotta blush, which I've only used a very small handful of times, but I purchased this impulsively at the Target sale section, and so just remembering that when I see this blush makes me not want to keep it, because I try not to do that anymore, and it like makes me feel bad that I used to do it. So that's one reason, but also I pretty much never wear this color blush. It's like a bronze type of color, so I just never reach for it, and it makes me think of when I had really bad shopping problems, so I'm going to pass that on. This I just wanted to mention, this is the ColourPop Ultra Matte Lipstick in Tulle. It's what I'm wearing now. I like these liquid lipsticks from ColourPop. This is the only one I have, but I've tried a few from when I visit Chloe, and this is one of her favorite colors. She got me this for Christmas or my birthday, and I really, really like it. I'm not a huge liquid lipstick person, but I think that this is a really pretty color, so I have decided to keep this. But there are three ColourPop lippy sticks that I'm going to pass on. Two are very similar colors, Button and Frida. I think I got Frida in a beauty subscription box, and Button Chloe, I had tried it on at Chloe's house, and then she let me keep it, but I decided I don't really like this type of color on me. This is Button and this is Frida. They're practically the same color, and they're too peach for me. I don't really like peach lip colors on myself. I don't think it's very flattering. So I'm going to pass these on. I'm going to see if Chloe wants Button back or if she wants both of them, and just find a better home for them, because I just don't like how they look with my skin tone. And this is Bichette, which I always want to say Bichette. And this is like a purpley type of a red. And I do like this color, but I just never really wear this. And I have my Guerlain red, which I told myself when I bought that would be my only red, and I haven't stuck to that very well, so I'm going to part with this. But this is a really pretty color, and I do love these lippy sticks from ColourPop. This is another product that I wasn't sure if I would keep or not. This is the Ultra HD from Revlon in Obsession. It's a matte lipstick, and it's super, super pigmented, like crazy pigmented. And this is the only one I've tried, but it takes a very long time for them to dry down. So they feel very comfortable on the lips, especially for someone like me that doesn't love the matte liquid lipstick trend, just because it's not very comfortable on my lips. So this formula is pretty good because it stays a little bit creamy and more slick feeling, so it's not like so dry like the Sahara on your lips. But I have a color from Revlon in Sultry Samba, which is just a normal lipstick. It's practically the same color, and I prefer a normal lipstick over a liquid lipstick, so I'm going to pass that on. This Essence Silky Touch Blush in Baby Doll. I showed you guys in my declutter that this is practically the same exact color as Lorac Velvet Rope, so I am going to give this to my sister to have a blush to play around with. And then the rest of the stuff that's in here is all stuff I'm going to throw out because it's too old and it just should go. Okay, so these are all very hard things for me to part with, but I've made the executive decision to get rid of them. So the Rimmel Afternoon Tea quad. Oh, I love this quad. Or I did. I used to wear this like every single day my sophomore year of college. I love it, but I haven't reached for it in probably over a year, maybe 2 years. So as much as I don't want it to go, I'm going to part with it. All of my Makeup Academy palettes, I think that they're just too old. They're not performing as well, and I don't know. So I love these palettes. I think that they're really, really, really good. I've had them for probably 4 or 5 years, so I am going to throw them out. I got these as gifts from my friend Jen. Jen, thank you so much for these palettes. I have loved them so much, and it's really hard for me to let them go, but I do think that it's just because they're too old. So I'm getting rid of those. This Calvin Klein Vintage Glimmer shadow is also something that my friend Jen sent me. It is the most beautiful color, but it's so, I don't know, it's really pretty, but I just think it's too old. It's as old as those, and this is a cream, and it goes on your eyes and stuff. I'm just really sad that I didn't get as much use out of it as I should have. It's such a pretty color, which is why I always held on to it, but I never ended up using it. So it's time for this one to go. This one, my friend Faith and Maria will be very happy to see. This is the Lancome Le Cran Col in Vatulele. Okay, this is such a pretty, just gorgeous, gorgeous pencil. I have had this since my freshman year of college. I have probably used it a total of like 3 times. Every time I've used it, I have done it when I do ombre liner, which I love it for. I love the color for it, but the formula is horrendous. It is so hard. You have to press so hard on your skin to make the color show up, and it's just too old. But the formula of this has been like this ever since the beginning, so I'm going to let go of this. If I want a color like this, I'm sure NYX liners have a color, and I think even the L'Oreal Silkissime liners have a color like this, and I love those formulas. They're obviously way less expensive than Lancome. I bought this on All Cosmetics Wholesale, so it was like $5 or something. So that's another reason I bought it. Really great memories with this liner, but it is time for it to move on. This eyeshadow, oh, this is so sad. This is the Sephora Outrageous Metallic Lilac. Do you guys remember when this was like the shit? Like everyone had this. Like how beautiful is that? But I don't even know how old this is. Probably as old as those other things, like 4 or 5 years old. And I've never been so concerned about that with eyeshadows, but I don't know. I just think it's time to let it go. So as beautiful as you are, I just have to say goodbye. This is like the hardest thing ever for me. This is a brand new one of my Physicians Formula Healthy Wear Powder. I have never used this one. I have gone through several of these when I was in my junior and senior year of high school and freshman and sophomore year of college. I love this. I bought like tons of these when they were being discontinued at CVS. They were only like $3. I bought like the whole stock. Eventually they had them at Big Lots. I bought more. And I have had to give away so many because I bought so many that I would never have been able to use. This is the only one that I've kept, but let's be real. I have had you for like 6 or 7 or 8 years. Yeah, I think it's time. I loved this powder. I loved it so, so much. It was one of the only things that was light enough for me. But it's time. It is time. And the last thing that I am getting rid of is this Jouer Lynx eyeliner. This was an impulse purchase last fall because I saw Kathleen Lights do a tutorial with this. It's the most beautiful olive green color, but look at this brush. So, first of all, it's like destroyed. Second of all, the product is like gunk. It is so thick and so dry. Like, you can see how beautiful the color is, but it is disgusting on there. It is just gross. And I looked up reviews to see if I am like a crazy person. Like, I only use this twice, and it is like dry as if I've had it open for like 20 years. And the reviews say the same thing, that within like 1 or 2 uses, this brush gets super effed up. It gets dry. It's just not good. And this was like $20, which is insane. And I know I lost my mind when I purchased this, but it was beautiful when I used it. But Lord have mercy, it is not worth the crazy price Jouer is asking for this horrible. It's the packaging, I'm sure, that's letting in too much air, but this brush is really, it's just not good. So I'm throwing this out, and it's one of those things, yes, I spent money on it and I don't want to just throw it out, but it's something that I will remember when I am trying to talk myself out of making impulse purchases. Remember that time you bought that thing that you didn't know anything about and it turned out to be horrible and you wasted $20? Yeah, it's one of those things. You make that mistake enough times and you finally learn that you won't do it anymore. So those are my thoughts on stuff that I'm decluttering. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I did want to do like a follow-up after my little mini series and just let you guys know what I decided to part with. But definitely check out my blog sale to see some of these things up for sale, and then other things that I had on there from before. But I hope you guys really enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching my declutter series last week, and it was just really fun to share that with you guys. So I hope you all are having an awesome day, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!